Up.
Swear they never really understand me. I need a comment like I need a Grammy. She lays the flow with her designer panties. Yeah, we eating plenty, check the pantry. From the sound waves to the rebel lines, from the tattered bridges to expensive dishes. Now we eating ends with these new beginnings. Yet the sign a major for the bankroll, but thank the Lord that it dies in penitentiary. Nice guy, but my inside is empty. Mighty flashy with a bird's eye. Scribble gems to get my pockets lined till I get arthritis. Switch my heart is icy, walking past the bouncer like I knew somebody. Acrylics hella cloudy, or the poison ivy. Went from like a stronger when a co-sign me. I don't even like me, no, I'm staring in the mirror. Claim me the greatest to shy, but timid the riddles.
Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So as you can see, we're ready to work on another project. I got my two babies parked right over there, but first I wanted to show you a couple tools before we tear into the Silverado a little bit. We got some new tools you can expect videos on very soon. The first one is going to be a nibbler. So the nibbler is one of those rotary tools that you attach to the end of a drill. This one you can also use pneumatically, and it just works a lot better and a lot safer on thin metal material to cut versus say an angle grinder or a saw, anything like that. So we'll go over this tool specifically, and the one that I really think you guys are gonna like, we'll show you right now. All right, so here's the second one. This is the THINKOBD scan tool. This thing is amazing. I got this thing on Amazon for 35 bucks. I'll show you the box it came in. Looks like this, THINKOBD, and on the back it says what's cheaper is not as good as it, what's better is not as cheap as it. And that is absolutely true with this thing right here. 35 bucks, this is like what you would pay at Walmart for one of those dummy readers that half the time can't tell you what the code is. It'll say manufacturer specific typically. It can't run airbag code, stuff like that. This thing does it all, and it'll also show you freeze frame data, which means that if you get a code set in your car, it'll tell you the conditions of the engine, how fast it was going, stuff like that when that code was set. You can also read live stream data on this. So let's plug this into the Celica, because I know we got a few codes in there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we'll plug this bad boy in underneath the dash of the Celica, turn the car on. Hi, I'm a thug. All right, so it's showing us 5 codes in the system. We can do IM readiness, we can do a data stream, but I want to see what codes are in here first. I already know, but let's just look through some of these. So system 2 lean bank 1. I got a knock sensor code in this thing, which I have on order, just haven't got in, and I have to remove the intake manifold to put that in, so not too excited about that. Then we got a couple emissions codes. We got incorrect purge flow, and this is kind of where this thing shines, because a lot of the cheaper scan tools will just tell you that there's an evap problem. That's as far as it'll go. So this is telling us we have a problem with purge flow. We have a small leak detected, and we have a vent control circuit failure. Well, I can tell you right now, I know why these codes are in here. So these codes are in here because the factory air box is gone off this car, and the vent valve isn't even there. So I know where my evap leak is coming from. So I'm not too worried about that. Evap leaks, it's not gonna hurt anything, but if you live in a state where they do emissions testing, obviously could be an issue. So now we'll start her up, and I'll show you where this thing really shines. So now we can actually, which is really cool for 35 bucks, we can go to data stream. It'll show us everything. So it's showing us right now that the fuel system's in open loop. It'll show us fuel trims, RPM, what your MAF sensor's reading, intake air temp, throttle position. So if I give it some gas, it'll see that, and it just keeps going. All right, so we actually have my next door neighbor's truck ready to go. I just got one of the Harbor Freight tool caddies, which is super awesome. You can see I got my snap-on light mounted on there. Awesome if you're working on jack stands, which sucks, but the garage is not ready to go yet. We are turning this into a full service shop, and so eventually we're gonna have a lift in here. We're gonna get the Max Jacks lift for the garage, but right now, obviously I'm not there yet. We're still organizing, but I can actually walk around in a circle in here, which is a plus. Couldn't do that before. So let's get under the truck and show you what we're doing. Oh boy. You're gonna see my hat here. All right, so we're currently under the vehicle. I have it up on jack stands. The jack is still under the front just in case those were to fail, and then I put the tires under the frame. So hopefully we don't get squished, but basically we're gonna be replacing most of the steering components. We're gonna do an idler, a pitman arm, tie rod ends, front shocks. You can see some of that right here. The front shock you can see has been leaking for some time. And what we're gonna try to tackle tonight is tranny cooler lines. Now normally I hate these, especially on GMs, but these ones don't have the Jesus clip, which if you've worked on these before, you know all too well what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna flip this over and show you why this one's maybe a little nicer. All right, so here's our tranny cooler lines, and as you can see, they're kind of leaky. Honestly, for the age of this car, not too bad. And honestly, I think GMs should come with them in the glove box from the factory because they all leak. But if you look up behind here, There, you can see one right there. It's not a clip, it's actually a bolt in these. And these ones run along the side of the vehicle. On the newer ones, they obviously do the same thing underneath here, but they kind of twist and turn and go up and over all sorts of crap. And this one does not do that. So these shouldn't really be too bad. Got my biggest fan. Okay, sorry, not funny. Oh, I gotta show you one more thing that we gotta fix on David's truck though. So I'm gonna grab a really cool tool and we'll be right back. Oh, baby, you so pretty. Oh, I forgot this. Best cat dad ever. Just ask Chester. Alright, so when I originally looked at David's truck, I went to pull the hood and something's been broken. So anyway, we're going to take this out of here and then we're going to show you how we can fix this with that plastic welding gun. Alright, so that's not going to work because the metal insert inside the hood latch actually came out of the plastic. I thought it was just a plastic assembly that had snapped off so we could weld the two pieces of plastic together, but we're not going to be able to do that. So the other stuff that we are going to do lies right here in the wheel well, so we'll show you what else we're replacing. Alright, so these things don't have a rack and pinion, they have parallelogram steering is what it is called, and we're going to be replacing these tie rod ends because they're shot. We got new end links because the rubber bushings on the bottom side, which I'm not going to crawl under there right now, but those are all shot as well. And then, like I said, we're going to put shocks in. And if you look in there a ways, that's where the idler and pitman arm are going to be, is back in here. So we're going to replace those as well. Tonight, we're going to attack the tranny cooler lines, though, and that should be a big enough mess for tonight. All right, with that, I am going to go ahead and get the tranny cooler lines pulled out of here, and then I'll show you what those look like. They're pretty nasty. Why don't you get a job? I forgot I have to pull the grill to get at the front of the tranny cooler lines. Let's go.
I'm so ugly.
All right, so we got the grill off the truck, which is going to allow us to access those tranny cooler lines. You can see right here is the cooler, and the lines go in right on the end there. And I did lie, there are Jesus clips. God. Anyway, at least there's not Jesus clips on the other side where it's not as accessible. But I'm going to get going on this, you guys, and then we'll catch back up with you on this project. So that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I tried to make it fun for you guys. Again, we're going to redo like the whole front end of this pickup, idler, pitman arm, end links, shocks, the whole shebang, and then we're going to do tranny cooler lines as well because they are leaking. Coming up soon, we're going to put the dash overlay kit in the Celica GTS along with a shifter and a couple other goodies just to make it a little prettier on the inside. So if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like down below, comment, subscribe if you have not already. We have one more mystery box for the first series of mystery boxes, then we'll get something a little different going. But every month we're doing a mystery box. All you got to do is drop a comment down below and I'm going to randomly pick someone out of the comments to receive that mystery box. We've given 2 away so far and it feels really good. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please hit that little bell notification so you're notified every time that we upload. If you watch the entire video, it really helps me out. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.